Hello, and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. Today, I have 3 amazing guests to share with you. But before we do that, I'd like to remind you to like, comment, and share my show with your friends, because you don't know who's going to benefit from today's show. I'd also like to remind you that I am your certified personal trainer and holistic healer, author, publisher, and the owner of Fitness R Us personal training facility located in Auburndale, Queens. And I'm here to help you heal. I want to give a shout out to some of my sponsors today, Good Chi Feng Shui LLC, and also Roslyn Soul Cave. And I'd like to set the intention for today, the energy for today with an intuitive chakra card numerology reading. So we're going to shake up the cards and see what the energy is for today. See what we need to hear and to get the energy just to flow. As I shake up the cards, I'm going to do one more shake and see what we have to hear for today. The guidance that we receive today will give us some information on our chakras, numerology, and also a mantra for today. So here we go. I'm going to go through the middle and pull our first card. And what do we have? Ooh, pride. Pride. And this says, take pride in your work. Take pride in healing. Take pride in being healthy and transforming your mind, body, and spirit. Connecting to our higher self, which I believe we've been doing that for the past 3 weeks. Connecting with our higher self. Stay grounded. Keep yourself rooted and connected to the earth, because when we do overwhelm ourselves, we get a little off-centered, so we want to stay grounded. And the orange is all about creativity. What are you going to create today? What are you going to bring into life? And the energy of the numbers today is 19. 1 is all about your new beginning. As you create something, you're creating something brand new. 9 is all about your transformation, letting go and clearing out to make space for those new beginnings. Add those 2 numbers together, we have 19. 19, when we add it up, is a 1. So this is all about a new beginning, a new opportunity, a new possibility. Are you ready to open up that brand new door, that brand new opportunity to take you into your creativity and allow it to flow? That's the energy we have for today. So make that connection, connect with your higher self, and think about what it is you're creating today that's going to step you into a new possibility. So with that said, we're going to be going to commercial break, and I'm going to be bringing on our first guest for today.
Experience Feng Shui interior design for your home or office. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC can transform your home or workspace, no matter how large or small, into a harmonious, rejuvenated environment. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC. Call or email to schedule an appointment for a consultation today.
Welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. As I mentioned before, I have a fabulous guest today with me, and we're going to go right into it. I'm going to introduce Aphrodite. And Aphrodite, introduce your full name, since I always louse it up.
It's Aphrodite Marissus, and it's great to be on your show. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited for today.
Thanks.
I'm so excited for today. So to start off with, as I didn't even mention, the topic for today is we're going to be, let's talk about sex.
Oh my.
Okay. And Aphrodite is a Feng Shui specialist. And Aphrodite, what is Feng Shui? Let's start off with that. Maybe 2 lines, give the viewers an idea of what Feng Shui is.
Sure. Feng Shui is more or less a way of designing your home or your office, but bringing nature inside the home and re-energizing the home with balance and just good energy all throughout the home.
Excellent, excellent. And what brings you here today?
I feel that Feng Shui would be great for anyone to use, either home, office, workspace, even just a room to be energized. It helps you inside and out holistically. It just brings out a balance, and it just makes you feel that everything, your goals, they seem to manifest a little bit more because you have that confidence and you have all that good flow coming in.
Excellent, excellent. And what inspired you to study Feng Shui?
Well, about 5.5 years ago, my husband passed away quite suddenly, and I needed some sort of a way to just start over and get a fresh perspective in my life. So I learned a little bit about Feng Shui, and I realized that this might be a great way for me to just bring more of a positive feeling into my home. So with a lot of research and help from another consultant, I learned a great deal about it, redesigned my home in very simple ways, nothing major, painted the walls a little bit differently, rearranged my furniture a little differently, and my whole attitude, the whole house just seemed to perk up and re-energize, and it was just the thing I needed to get going.
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So here's the big question
regarding
regarding Feng Shui and sex, because we all do it.
Oh, yes.
It's part of nature. It's part of life. We're all engaging in sex.
Yes,
so
this is true.
how can Feng Shui help improve one's intimate life?
Well, first of all, the bedroom is considered one of the major rooms of a home in Feng Shui. It's a
Why
place.
so?
Well, not only is it a place of intimacy, but it's also a place where you can rejuvenate, where you relax. You want to find peace. You want to be able to sleep so that the next day you feel rejuvenated and ready to start over.
We're not sleeping.
Exactly, exactly. But in a way, you have to ground yourself so that you can relax and you can enjoy the experience of being intimate. And there are many different ways to do that through Feng Shui. Painting the wall colors a peach or a pink color. Making every piece of furniture for instance, the end tables, having 2 of them instead of just 1. Finding a balance. If whatever you do on one side, you should do on the other side of the room.
Now, does the furniture have to match? I mean, in reference, I give it the brown furniture. Does the other one have to be brown
It
as
doesn't
well?
have to be brown,
Okay.
just as long as they're 2 of something.
Okay.
Even the wall hangings that you put in your home, in your bedroom, if you have 1 mirror, you should have a second one. If you have I don't know, just earth colors, in other words, on the carpet, making it a grounded color so that you can feel grounded to earth and relaxed. Also, let's say, using the rose amethyst stone. The crystal is very important because that's the color of love, the rose. And also putting a scent in your room, fragrance.
What specific scent?
Well, it could be rose.
Okay.
It could be musk. It could even be.
My favorite is sandalwood.
Sandalwood is great because it's an earth scent, and
yeah.
it just brings you down, and it harmonizes. The bed should be on should have a headboard, and that again, that's a way of security,
And
of
this is
having
all
grounding.
going to enhance sex.
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure we're still talking about sex.
Yeah, it all
Yes.
blends in together. It
Okay.
really does.
Okay.
A lot of little things that you can do to just relax you and enjoy the time and being able to open up your world into meeting someone new in your life.
Okay. Now, in reference to like things in the bedroom, like, is it okay to have a TV in the bedroom?
It is okay, believe it or not, but you know, it's best to keep the screen to have it a matte, not to have it shiny.
Okay.
Because any reflection should be outward instead of inward.
Okay.
So if it's a reflection and you see yourself in the reflection, it's best not to do that. Just to keep it as matted as possible on the screen, and not to use it as often. You know,
Got it.
If it's a way to relax you, then that's fine. But you know, try to keep it at a limit.
All right. And so we're not just focusing on, let's say, people in relationships already. I also want to have some point of views in reference to people who are single, who's looking to bring an intimacy into their life. What kind of tips would you give someone who's single and who's looking to develop, to get a relationship?
I think a visual board would be great. You can put that in your room, and the thing to keep.
What would you put on your vision board?
Oh, just pictures of I don't know. Hearts, love, quotes that inspire you to meet someone. But also just having the pairs of the furniture and keeping everything. If you have one thing, have another. That helps to bring, because if you just have one piece of something in your room, it's sort of telling the universe, I'm happy being by myself.
Oh, okay.
You know, if you bring two in and you pair things, then the universe is saying, okay, she's looking for something, he's looking for someone.
Makes sense.
It'll help bring it all in.
Now, I had read in a Feng Shui book at one time or another that when being single, if you're looking to attract a mate, that you have an empty drawer. And in that empty drawer, it's going to represent the opposite sex, a piece of clothing of some sort in that drawer.
Okay.
To enhance and to visualize that? Is that
well,
true?
that could be sort of a visualization thing, right? Anything that would inspire you or bring it out into the universe of what you want, it would help. You know, you have to feel what you're putting into that room. You have to want it and you have to feel it for it to work.
Of course.
So if you bring something in there that you're just not comfortable with, it's not going to work. You have to be comfortable with what you do.
Now, in reference to Feng Shui, regarding sex and just general Feng Shui,
yes.
Does one need to believe in Feng Shui for Feng Shui to work, or does it work either way?
Well, it could work either way, because I believe that it's more of a scientific thing. It's a methodology. I mean, farmers use the directions and the weather to help guide them on what flowers to plant, what crops to plant. It's the same thing in a home. Your home is considered a living thing in Feng Shui, so whatever you bring into it will help it to thrive. But if you believe in something, I think it just manifests itself even more. You see your home changing, transforming into something that you love to walk into and see every day. It makes you happy, and so everything just seems to come together.
Okay. Now, in reference to the Feng Shui and the sex, going back to the sex.
Going back to that.
We're going back to the sex. Besides the bedroom, is there any other area in the home that can also enhance the confidence and just the well-being of being intimate?
Well, the center of the home is the health center. So if you also improve on that, putting earth colors in the center of your home, bringing in a little bit of wood furniture, anything that grounds you. And also in the south area of the Bagua, which is a map that we like to lay over the home to place the sectors in certain positions of the home. The red color brings out a sort of an attraction, like, hey, this is me, this is who I am, here I am. So if you put little splashes of red in the south part of your home, that could also bring about a little bit of energy in that respect.
Now, in reference to the Feng Shui, now I don't know if it has any connection between fashion, like clothing. Do you have any knowledge on like what type of clothing one would wear if they're looking to attract that type of relationship, or even enhance their relationship that they're in?
Well, if you're a yang person, which is a highly energized person, and you want to bring that out, then you should put red or black even, because black brings out creativity. So if you feel creative, then you will show a little flirtation, a little inspiration, a little energy, and that will help to spark
I should be
it.
taking some notes.
Even the scent that you wear would help to attract. But again, it's your inward. It's how you're comfortable in how you look.
Okay, so now what if you're, I guess, like me, where you're low key and all of that?
You're low key,
Yeah,
Joanne.
I think I'm low key. Yeah, I think. Although forget the red hair.
I know.
Yes. Somebody like myself who's somewhat quiet and low key. What would you suggest for them?
Well, I would consider the red too, because
Red
red is a color, and also blue, because blue is a communication. So if you tend to be a little shy,
yes, I am.
If you wear if you wear a little blue, it helps to bring out the communication part of your soul, and that would help to open up a little bit more, activity as far as getting to talk to people that you'd like to get to meet. You're a little shy, but it helps to bring that out a little bit.
Okay, so we covered the bedroom. We covered a little bit of the health section in the household. Now, where is the health section actually?
It's in the center of the home.
Is that the same for everyone's home?
Not always. I mean, well, in the bagua it is,
Okay.
but when you place the bagua over a floor layout, a floor plan, the health center might very well be in the middle of your office. It depends where the rooms coincide on that map.
Now I'm gonna dive into. We're gonna come out of the house for a minute, because again, I mean, intimacy can happen anywhere.
Of course.
So now, when you're in your office,
Oh.
diving in everywhere here, when you're in your office, how would you set up the office space so that can happen for you?
Okay, the office, let's consider it to be, put the bagua right over the office. The door would be on the north side of the bagua. So you would look at that, and then the opposite of where the door would be the relationship sector.
Okay.
So in that area, you could put your visualization of what you're looking for. You can paint that wall a peach or a pink. You can
We could do some painting.
yeah, do a little bit of watercolors. That's always fun. And put a nice little red couch right there. A little pop of energy, a little pop of,
if there's a couch, how about just a cover, maybe?
A cover
Make
is
it a little
fine.
easy?
A cover is
Okay.
fine, yeah.
Otherwise, taking that couch
Yeah.
out and getting a brand new couch, that could be a little expensive.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
And instead of having a wood floor, try getting a rug on it. It'll help to relax and bring a little bit more slowness, if that's a word, like just to slow down the energy a little bit, like an earth color, a yellow, a beige, a brown. That would really help a lot.
And make sure the desk is clear.
Well,
You're gonna need some space.
okay, Joanne.
You're gonna need some space.
Okay, and
you
make
know.
sure you have a lot of shades.
Yes, well, yes, depending on where your office
Exactly,
is. Yes.
exactly,
You're gonna need
exactly.
a little space for
But
that.
being that it's an office, all
Yes.
of those colors and all of the things that you bring together can be subtle. Doesn't have to be a whole shock, but those little colors and the little pops of energy that you bring into that room, it all will mesh well.
Very nice, very nice. Interesting. I love this whole concept of Feng
Yes,
Shui.
yes.
Not just in reference to, energizing the home, but also energizing one's well-being.
Exactly.
Because
That's
again,
very important.
as we know, sex is a natural part of life.
Yes.
And most of us all do it.
Yes. Yes.
For some, So it's good to know that Feng Shui can be very helpful in that.
Yeah.
And bring in some cures for those who may not be doing it.
Of course.
So,
of course.
if you don't mind, Aphrodite, if you could share with the viewers how they can reach you and all that they need
course.
to know about you.
Thank you. Well, I do have a Facebook page under my company, Good Chi Feng Shui LLC. Email is possibilities@good-chi-fengshui.com. And my number would be 718-483-1606. I have a profile on Houzz, Houzz, and I also have a Yelp column there, profile. So feel free to peruse, and I would love to hear from you. I think that it would really be beneficial for everyone.
Yes, so do
In
I.
their own way,
Yes,
for their own
yes,
reasons.
In their own, whatever the reasons are, whether it's
Their
sex
own
or
reasons.
just general health or just getting your
Exactly.
house in order.
Exactly.
To change your own energy. But thank you so much for
You're very
sharing.
welcome. Thank you.
And I loved having you here.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much, Joanne.
Thank you. We're going to be going to a commercial break and then bring our next guest out.
Welcome to Roslyn Salt Cave. Prepare yourself for a journey of ancient healing. As you settle in, notice you are surrounded by 6 tons of pure Himalayan salt. We hope you enjoyed your salt experience and that you leave feeling relaxed and stress-free. Thank you for taking time to salt yourself healthy.
Hi there, my name is Sherry Simpson. I am a transformational life coach. I healed an autoimmune disease of the thyroid called Graves' disease, and I like to help people heal themselves now. I did this completely naturally using many methods, and I believe connecting into my spirituality really had a huge impact for me. So I like to help people get to the root cause of issues, and I do that by allowing you to tap into your higher self and by asking your subconscious and your higher self questions about what it is that you need to do to heal. So I look forward to connecting with you soon. Namaste.
Hello, and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. A quick reminder, remember to like and share my show with your friends. And again, if you are interested in any healing or intuitive chakra readings, feel free to reach out to me at 646-236-9155. I'm excited to introduce my next guest that is actually coming through Skype. She is coming from British Columbia. Yeah, I think that's right. And her name is Sherry Simpson. She is a transformational life coach. And there she is. Hello, Sherry. How are you, my love? Nice
Hi.
to see you.
Excuse me. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. So today's topic is let's talk about sex. And we just spoke to a Feng Shui specialist in regards to how to fix the home to enhance one's sex life, and whether they're in a relationship or they're looking for a relationship, and also how to fix the office too, because obviously we don't just have sex at home. Sometimes we have sex at work, depending on what's going on in one's life. So, to start off with, Sherry, what I like to ask is, what inspired you to study hypnosis?
Well, I was looking for a way that was unique to help people transform. And this particular technique that I use is called rapid transformation therapy. And what I have found with people is that they have a tendency to look outside of themselves for all of the answers, but then they get responses that are not truly their own. So I like hypnosis because it takes you into your subconscious, and then you actually get your own wisdom. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely does. Very nice, very nice. And in reference to, obviously, what brings you on our show today?
Yes. Well, I have thought of 3 different things that I think would help. Hypnosis for sex and intimacy would be really helpful. So the first one is confidence. And I've done confidence sessions with people to be confident in anything. And I believe that people are not necessarily confident in the bedroom. They're not confident taking off their clothes. They're not confident that they'll actually be able to be satisfied or satisfy their partners. So I think hypnosis is really good to instill confidence into people. The second one is safety. So not everyone feels safe being that close to people, that intimate to people. They don't know what the other person is going to do, and they don't know what's going to be expected of them. So that's another thing that I think hypnosis can really help with, because you really get into this energy of feeling safe through hypnosis, because you realize that you can sort of make up your own reality from your mind and reprogram old thoughts, so you can become safer. And the third one, of course, is about the big O. So
What's
I've
the
come
big
across
O?
far too many, the big O. I've come across far too many women who don't actually reach orgasm. And that saddens me.
Yes.
Because I think that sex and intimacy is supposed to be really, an enjoyable and like mind-blowing experience. And so, and then some women end up being able to get there just a few times, but they're not able to get there, all the time. So it's important to me that women actually enjoy that experience because, like you said, everybody does it.
Yes, everyone does. I mean, it's a part of life. I mean, without having intimacy, we will not have any more children around. So it's just a part of life. And I mean, ideally, it doesn't always result in children. So
that's true.
It's just
and you don't always want it to, but you do want it to be fun, right?
Yes.
You want it to be enjoyable. You want it to be something that brings you closer to your partner rather than something that you feel like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing it right. Oh, I don't look good enough today, right? You don't want that.
Exactly. In fact, I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine. We were just speaking about that in regards to health and fitness, about having the confidence of looking good and being able to be intimate with that person. And that plays a huge role in reference to what you do in the bedroom. So if you're not feeling confident with yourself, you're definitely not going to feel really good about being intimate.
Right. And then it's like, well, what do I do? And what happens if I do this wrong? And what happens if I don't like it? And what happens if they don't like me, right? All of those things hypnosis can really help with.
Yes. Now, can we really do sex wrong?
No, I don't think so. But I think that many of us feel like we can. And so many of us are feeling like we're not enough and we're not lovable. So it's almost like if you don't feel that, then you do feel like you can do sex wrong.
Yes, very true, very true. So in reference to hypnosis, are you able to give in detail to what a session would look like? Obviously, you are not going to be able to demonstrate one today, but just like a little information to what an actual session would look like.
Absolutely. So at the beginning, what I like to do is really get into the person's head about what they don't want and what's been going on that they want to solve. And usually hypnosis is better to work with one main item or thing that they want to get clear on and get feeling better about. And so after that, I pretend that I hit them with a magic wand and I ask them, if we could solve all of this and you could be, exactly the way that you want to look and feel and experience life, then what would that look like? And then what I do is I take those words that they've given me, because that's important feedback for me to be able to put into the hypnosis session. So during the hypnosis, almost anyone can be hypnotized. If you can dream, if you can get into a REM state of sleep, you can get into hypnosis. So everybody's like, well, I don't know if I'm going to do it right. You can't do it wrong. So I take them into a really quick way to get into hypnosis. And then I take them down a staircase in order to get them like deeper and deeper. And then one of the most important pieces about hypnosis that I don't know that everyone knows or understands is that you have to be open to suggestion. So one of the things that I do with people is like have them put their arms out and then have them imagine that they're holding on to these really, really, really powerful magnets. And it's as though the magnets are drawing their hands together and their hands are shaking because they're trying to repel the magnets, but the magnets are so strong that it brings their hands together. And then they fall deeper into hypnosis. So we can play a few like sort of games like that to let them understand that this place in the subconscious mind is really open to suggestion. And then once they're understanding that, the way that I do the hypnosis is to take them back into usually 3 scenes, sometimes 5, where they're delivering themselves into the past. So they deliver themselves into I've had people go into past lives and into the womb, but most people go into this life at different ages. And they realize when they see this scene that it's related to how they've been functioning and operating in this lifetime. And then what we do is sort of break down those scenes and allow them to realize that they're not 10 anymore, they're not in the womb anymore, and they don't have to function based on those old patterns and those thoughts and beliefs. And then I use their magic wand scenario in order to bring them into this place of like, in this case, it might be ecstasy, but in this place of what they really want. And the cool thing about hypnosis is that at the end, we give them about a 10-minute audio that they're going to listen to for 21 days, because it takes about that long for them to create a habit. So if they listen to this 21 days, it's as though the reprogramming of the confidence or whatever we're working on happens over that time.
Nice, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when someone works with you,
Mm-hmm.
how many sessions would you say one would averagely need to the point where they've actually reached the success level of what they're looking for?
It depends. Some things are really quick and people can get what they need in one session. Sometimes they need up to 3, and sometimes people need extra help as well, which is why I bring the coaching in. So I can do like a 30-day experience with people where they get 1 hypnosis session with 2 coaching calls, and then that allows them to have like a go-to person if they're looking for like, okay, this is coming up and how do I change this and what do I do for that? But ideally, 1 is enough. And then if they need extra help, then, of course, it depends on how many things you're trying to heal all at once, right?
Mm-hmm.
So up to 3, I would say.
Okay. And now with the coaching, are they actually seeing you as the coach, or are you bringing in another coach?
They would be seeing me as a coach, especially if I did the hypnosis for them, because then I would understand what the issues were about.
Makes sense, yes, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, in reference to your transformational life coaching, besides
Mm-hmm.
hypnosis, I mean, what else do you actually do?
I do quite a few things. My certification in coaching is actually law of attraction coaching. So I help people to manifest. And if you don't know what manifestation is, the law of attraction is about like attracts like. And many people don't realize that they're perpetuating some of the things in their life because they're feeling emotions that they don't actually want to feel, but they're not making the changes in order to create something else to call it in. So that's part of what I do with people. I also work in past lives and do some clearing of karma in the past as I'm doing that.
Interesting. Now, in regards to the past life, and I'm sure that's a whole other show, but like what exactly is a past life, if you can explain in like 2 or 3 lines?
For sure. I believe that our souls originated somewhere and that our souls are in our body in this incarnation or lifetime now, and that we brought karma into this life from past lives. So some people have hundreds of past lives where they've been, killed or killed people or had horrible experiences, and some of that gets energetically sort of implanted in us in this lifetime, so I can clear some of that old stuff out.
Interesting, very interesting. So hypnosis for sex, that's amazing. I think that's really amazing. We have Feng Shui and also hypnosis for sex. So Sherry, if you could share with the viewers how they can reach you, because I'm sure everyone's going to be like knocking down your email to get in contact with you, whether it's to do hypnosis for sex or some sort of other form of hypnosis for something. Share with the audience and viewers how they can get you.
Absolutely. My business name is Your Life Transformation. So my website is your-life-transformation.com for the hypnosis. And you can find me at sherrysimpson.com. And my name is SHERRI. So it's at Sherry Simpson, SIMPSON.com.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sherry, for coming on today and joining us and giving us all this awesome information about hypnosis and how it can improve our sex life. And we're going to be going to a short break. Thank you again, Sherry.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Sherry.
Bye.
Experience Feng Shui interior design for your home or office. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC can transform your home or workspace, no matter how large or small, into a harmonious, rejuvenated environment. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC. Call or email to schedule an appointment for a consultation today.
Hi there, my name is Sherry Simpson. I am a transformational life coach. I healed an autoimmune disease of the thyroid called Graves' disease, and I like to help people heal themselves now. I did this completely naturally using many methods, and I believe connecting into my spirituality really had a huge impact for me. So I like to help people get to the root cause of issues, and I do that by allowing you to tap into your higher self and by asking your subconscious and your higher self questions about what it is that you need to do to heal. So I look forward to connecting with you soon. Namaste.
Hello, and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. Again, quick reminder, just like and share my show with your friends, especially today's show, because it's all about sex. Up until now, we're going to calm it down a bit, and we're going to move into a different direction as we've been talking about sex for the past half hour. So cool yourself down, get a nice glass of water, relax, and grab your pen and papers now, because now we're going to do some work, because now we're going to go into an intuitive chakra balance numerology card reading. I have here Stephanie from Between the Covers. How exciting.
Thank you for having me. I'm so
Oh,
excited.
I'm excited
and
to have
I'm
you.
very relieved now that the sex is over there.
Unless, of course, you pull out,
No,
unless
no, no.
of course, you pull out the sex card. Then we're going to be going back to sex.
It's making
but-
me very nervous.
So, as I've mentioned to you through email,
Yes.
when I was actually writing up your numbers based on your birthday,
Right.
I had mentioned that you had some interesting numbers.
I know you said that, but then just kind of left that hanging there.
Yes.
Interesting numbers, she said.
Yes, yes. And someone had asked me, is there such thing as bad numbers? And I do want to put it out there that there is no such thing as bad numbers.
good.
Okay? I just get really excited when I see 9s and 11s
Okay.
in one's chart. And the reason why I get excited is because 9s are all about transformation and completion and ending a 9-year cycle.
Oh, okay.
And 11 is when you're actually being called to a higher level, almost like you have a higher purpose.
Okay.
Okay, and without a given, you have those two numbers in your chart. So to start off with, your actual month that you're born in, which is September, is a 9. So right there off the back, you're all about completing things, transforming things. It's like your journey. That's just from your month.
Right.
That's not the actual purpose.
Right.
And then when you actually take the actual month, day, and the total year, is an 11,
Wow.
which is what we call the life purpose. So your life purpose has a higher calling, okay, which is very interesting. And when we think about the higher calling, that 11, even though in numerology, we take every number to a single digit, other than master numbers. And a master number is any number that repeats itself, such as 11, 22, 33,
Oh, okay.
etc.
Right, right.
We sort of keep those as double, and then we sort of hyphen it. So it's the 11 with a 2. So you have a higher calling for partnerships.
Oh.
And when I was meditating last night on your numbers, the first thing that came to me was, well, of course she has a higher calling for partnership. She's a publisher.
And I partner with
And you partner with
authors
how
and
many
so
people?
many people. I do.
So you're definitely in your purpose.
And I love that you said that, because that's really how I view it.
Yes.
Not like I work for them or they work for me. I view it as we partner together.
Yes,
So
yes.
I feel like I'm
Yes,
doing the right
and,
thing.
and you're definitely, yes, and you're in purpose.
Ah,
And that's probably why you find such joy
I do.
from what you do.
I do.
It's not just a job.
Right, right.
And as I think I've heard you say once or twice, when you're writing books, it's not about the money.
no, no, it isn't.
So
I mean,
and it's your
money is nice,
yes,
but it's
of
not-
course.
it's not what it's
yes,
about.
Yes, exactly. And I have this whole philosophy where when we live in purpose, we actually live in abundance.
I like that.
Yes. So, that's just my philosophy, is when we live in purpose, we're living in abundance. So, with that said, I'm going to dive into some other numbers for you. Now, in reference to the day that you're born, which is the 6, now in numerology, 6 is all about being a healer
Oh.
and also healing yourself.
Okay.
Now, when you think about being a healer, most people would think, okay, well, then you have to be like a Reiki master or a crystal healer.
Okay.
But a healer, based on your perspective, is you're helping people heal from their stories.
I like that.
Because you're helping them bring their story to life. So you're healing your, do you call them clients, or what do you call them?
Well, it's funny. I guess I have to call them clients. So I
Okay.
always say my author clients.
There you go.
Because we are partnering it.
Yes.
And you're so right about saying that, because I really do view writing a book as healing self-esteem.
Exactly.
Even if somebody didn't come thinking they had a problem, they are such a better person
Yes.
when it's done. It really was such an adventure and a journey, and many times healing is a huge part of it.
Yes.
And so many times authors that I work with, I've even said, I was kind of surprised that this happens, but they tell me everything.
Oh, I'm
I
sure,
mean-
including the sex.
Everything, trust me.
We're back on the sex.
But I think writing a book is so, you're really allowing yourself to be vulnerable and
Yes.
transparent. So, I mean, they'll call me and tell me things. I'm like, you really didn't have to tell me that. But I think you're all right in a sense that I am part of the healing process.
Yes, definitely. And again, I mean, when we think about healers can be in any
Yes. Right.
identity.
Right.
Doesn't have to be a
Right, I don't have to
specifically
be a Reiki master
oh,
that
no,
I can do
no, and you probably can. You probably can. It's like deep rooted in you, I'm sure. So now we're gonna go into your personal energy for this year.
Okay.
So when we do that, we take your month and the day. We add those numbers, and then we also take the current year.
Okay.
We add the current year where we take 2019 and add it up, which is a 3.
Right.
Now we take that 9 and 6 plus the 3. And with that, we get a 9.
Oh,
And as we said before, 9 is all about transformation.
right.
So your personal energy for this entire year is to transform, to clear out things that don't serve you anymore. And that may very well mean people, locations, clothing,
Okay.
food, furniture, any of the above.
I think that my husband told you to say that, didn't he? Because he has been asking me to clean for a really long time now. But, it's funny, your first guest here, of course, was a Feng Shui
Yes,
master.
yes, talk about decluttering.
And talk about clearing out because you cannot transform your life when your life is filled with clutter.
yes,
And I think that is right on. So if this is the year that I do it,
yes,
I
exactly.
love that.
Yes,
I
yes.
love that.
Aphrodite's going to have a new client.
I think that's fabulous.
Yes, so that's the energy that you're in for this
Okay.
year. And as you're in that 9 energy, you're going to be moving yourself into 1 energy for next year. And I can only tell you what that's going to be like, but I'm going to keep that as a secret.
Oh,
because
she's not going to tell me. I have to come back on the show
Yes,
next year.
because
to
that's
hear
where
about the
I'm
one
at
energy.
right now.
Oh, you're at a 1 energy?
I'm in a 1 energy.
And I'm in a 9 energy.
And you're in a 9. Just
Did you clean last year?
I did a lot of decluttering.
Okay.
A lot of decluttering, yes.
Decluttering of your space, your life, your people, your things in your life that were...
And ironically enough, what also happens for us is if we do not do the actual work, I like to use the word universe.
Okay.
The universe steps in and does it.
Oh.
So sometimes the universe will clear people out,
Oh.
clear places out.
So I better be active in this or else it just gets done for me and I don't get no choice.
Yeah, exactly. Now you'll turn around and be like, well, what happened to that person?
Right, right.
Where did they go? And then you realize, oh, they're not here anymore. And that's because the universe realized that person doesn't
Was not good for
serve
me.
your purpose anymore. Not that they're not good for you. They just don't serve the purpose anymore.
Okay.
You've both done what you needed to do in that time frame.
Makes sense.
Doesn't mean they don't come back.
Okay.
They may very well come back down the road because there may be something else that the two of you need to do together.
Right, unfinished.
Exactly. So that's the 9 energy. Now, in reference to what we call the achievement number, which comes from the actual day you're born, which
Okay.
is a 6. You're here to achieve healing and also recognizing that whatever you do is always going to be okay. You don't have to be perfect at what you're doing.
Thank God.
Okay? And as long as you accept that, you'll get all of that back to you. Okay? So what I like to do now is I like to do an intuitive chakra balance numerology forecast reading for you. Okay. And what that actually involves is some cards. And I'm going to shuffle them up. We're going to get your energy into it. And actually, you know what? What I want you to do is just shuffle the cards 3 times. And make sure we don't fly the cards around, because that would be a big old mess. Just shuffle. Just feeling your energy. And as you're shuffling the cards, I want you to ask a question out loud of what you would like some clarity for.
Okay, well, I have been giving a lot of thought to this question.
Yes, I'm sure you have.
I have, and I don't know if you're going to like my question, because I
for it.
really went with lots of different, but it actually seems to fit what you're talking about right now. I like to be there for people.
Okay.
I really, really like to be there for people, and I try to be there for a lot of people in my life. And if there is one thing that I'd like clarity on, I would love to know if there is someone or something that I am
Gonna hand it.
neglecting.
Okay.
You know, because I think I would personally feel terrible to know that there was someone in my life or something in my life that I was putting all of my energy here, and this was kind of So that's what I would love to know.
Okay, so what I want you to do with your left, are you righty or lefty?
I'm righty.
With your left hand, you're going to spread the cards out just straight out. Okay, and energetically, she's going to be pulling a card. I want you to energetically, with your left hand, pull one card. And this card is going to give you the clarity you're looking to know based on the question you just asked.
Okay.
And hopefully it's not the sex card.
Well, that would be what I'm neglecting, and that's really a terrifying thought. Okay.
All right, so what do we have? Ooh, it's not the sex card. It's the environment.
Oh.
It's the environment. And what the environment basically means is getting out into nature more. So what I'm hearing is that you're not neglecting people,
Okay.
but you're neglecting you.
Oh.
Maybe spending a little more time with nature,
Oh, I love that.
and perhaps, do you meditate?
No.
Okay, maybe
Maybe I
developing
should.
a meditation practice.
Okay.
And along with like reaching out to Aphrodite for Feng Shui,
Right, right.
we can connect and I can teach you how to do some meditation.
Okay.
Okay? When we see the green is all about the heart center
Okay.
and really healing your heart. Okay? And when we were speaking to Sherry about hypnosis, maybe there's some deep-rooted stuff that needs to be healed in
Okay.
reference to the heart center.
Right.
Okay? And we can touch on that on a different note.
Absolutely.
Off air. And then, of course, you got the deeper green, which again, right into the heart center.
Right, right.
So you want to get that heart to be opened more, and I'm sure it is. And I think it's just more about just you connecting with yourself in nature. Do you like to be in nature?
I do. I love it. I
And do you spend a lot of
absolutely
time in
love
nature?
it.
I know with the
It's
winter,
middle of the
probably
winter,
not.
You know, and I am feeling kind of
Yes.
blah.
Yes,
That's
yes.
my summer thing. Every summer is mountains, and I just love. I'm a national park junkie. I love hiking, but you know, in the winter, I feel
Yeah. A
Like,
little
wow,
dark because
it's
you're not
terrible.
outside.
I'm not outside at all. I
Exactly.
run from the car to the house, and it's freezing out there.
Yes, yes. So as we're going to have some warm weather over the next couple of days, so you should be able to get outside and
Get
meditate.
outside and meditate.
And the
Okay.
number we have is 44. Now, we just spoke about master numbers.
Okay.
So when we think about the 44, that's a master number. So again, the 4 is very powerful in reference to finding balance within your yin and yang energy.
Okay.
Finding balance within you. And I really believe that the outside energy brings more balance into your spiritual self, where you really feel charged and renewed when you're outside,
I do.
as opposed to being stuck in the house, especially when it's cold. You know, it's like, I don't want to go outside, it's too cold.
And I'm not like a skier or anything, so I'm stuck in the house.
Exactly. So you have the double 4, meaning just to align your energy and just bring that balance.
Okay.
And then when you add the 2 numbers up, you have an 8. And 8 is about abundance. And as you step into nature, you'll feel more abundance coming in within you.
Wow. I like that.
Yes.
I like that a lot, and I think you're absolutely right. I've been feeling like that's definitely neglected.
All right. So you're going to be
Months and
stepping
months.
into nature soon.
I can't
Excellent.
wait.
Excellent, excellent. So here it is. We have our beautiful Stephanie's reading, okay, based on her numbers, which, did I keep you an expense for a good reason?
Yes, you made me find out the date and the time and everything else that I was born. I wasn't quite sure
And what
why.
time were you born? Do you remember?
It was 3:08 in the
3:08.
afternoon.
So we've been 11 there.
Okay.
Yeah, which again, your higher power.
Right.
Stepping into your higher self. Very interesting. And just stepping into nature some more.
I could definitely love the thought of doing that.
Yes, yes. And, you know, spring will be here early.
Oh gosh, yes, the
Yes,
groundhog
yes,
said so.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So with that said, this is Stephanie's Chakra Balance Numerology Forecast reading. And if any of you are interested in having your own personal intuitive Chakra Balance Numerology Forecast reading, feel free to reach out to me at 646-236-9155, and we can schedule you a reading as well. Stephanie, please let the viewers know how they can reach you.
Sure, absolutely. You can go to my website at redpenguinbooks.com. Red, you could remember that.
For sex.
Penguin, red for sex, actually.
I had to throw it back in there.
It was red for the penguin, but sure, red for sex. Yes, that they'll remember. So redpenguinbooks.com. The phone number is 516-448-4646. 4993, but if you just remember the red penguin and the books. And speaking of books, I brought you a book.
Ooh.
Well, because you are so gifted and you have so much in you that I would like her to write that book.
Ah.
So when you are ready to write a book, I would love to partner with
Yes,
you.
yes. I'll be writing, I should be writing one sometime mid-April.
Well, let's do
Yes,
that.
we'll
I
do it
would
together.
absolutely
Definitely.
love
Thank you for
that.
this,
You're
yes.
very, very welcome.
Thank
and
you
look,
so
it's a
much.
red book for sex.
Look at that.
Who knew? I thought it was red for the penguin.
There
but
you
know,
go. There you go.
Evidently, I was been wrong all these years.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for coming
thank you
on
for
and
having
sharing
me.
your numbers and
And-
sharing your questions.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much
Yes.
for the insight.
Yes,
That's
yes.
just fabulous.
Thank you. We're going to be going to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Roslyn Salt Cave. Prepare yourself for a journey of ancient healing. As you settle in, notice you are surrounded by 6 tons of pure Himalayan salt. We hope you enjoyed your salt experience and that you leave feeling relaxed and stress-free. Thank you for taking time to salt yourself healthy.
Hello, and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, like and share this show tonight, as it was a very informative show between Feng Shui, hypnosis, and of course a beautiful intuitive card reading. And after all, we were talking about sex. Who wouldn't want to hear about that today? So, and I want to just remind you again, if you need to reach out to me regarding a reading or you'd like personal training services, you can reach me at 646-236-9155. My facility is located in Queens, Auburndale, and it's called Fitness or Us. Feel free to send any of your comments and questions to my email, which is healingwithin34@aol.com. And I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions you may have. And I'm just so grateful that you all came and viewed the show for today, and looking forward to connecting with you all next week. Have a blessed day.